Hey everybody, I'm John Swantek. Welcome to this week's edition of Match Play on PGA TOUR.com. We're talking PGA Tour Playoffs for the FedExCup. Let's get to it. We welcome Jeff Rude, senior writer from Golfweek magazine, and former champion at Pebble Beach, Arron Oberholser, doing some work for the PGA Tour Network on SiriusXM radio these days. Arron has the honor for topic number one. 8 players made big enough moves at last week's Barclays to play their way into the field at this week's Deutsche Bank Championship. Arron, which of the 8 is going to keep the momentum going and head to Chicago?
I like Camilo for a couple of reasons. T3 and T9, 2 finishes in 07 and 08 at the Deutsche Bank. He's played well. It's a good golf course for him. It's a ball-striking golf course. I mean, he made wholesale equipment changes going into the offseason, and the biggest piece of equipment he changed was the ball. And I think that is the most important piece of equipment in a player's bag. He went from a Titleist ball to a TaylorMade ball, and I think that could have given him some problems. Looks like he's got some rhythm back. He's got the equipment under control. It's a ball striker's golf course at Deutsche Bank, and I like his chances.
Some big names played their way into the field, Jeff, including major champions Harrington and Els this week.
As much as I hate to agree with my young Republican friend, I think Vijayas is the answer. He moved up to 51st. He just tied for 6th at the Barclays. He's been there in the fall. It's just not his 2 top 10 finishes at the Deutsche Bank before, but here's a guy who's a bit of a Mr. September, and as Aaron said, shaking off the equipment problem.
A kumbaya moment between Jeff and Arron there. In agreement on Vijayas, who moves from 125 to 51 the last couple of weeks. We'll have topic number 1. Jeff gets the first swing at our second topic. Among the past champions in the field this week in Boston, which one has the best chance to win again, Jeff?
Well, I think this one's a bit of a no-brainer. Steve Stricker, believe it or not, has not finished worse than 29th all year in stroke play tournaments. To use a common term, that's Tiger-esque. And that 29th place happened to be in February. I mean, he's had 2 wins since the start of June. He just shot 66 in the last round at the Barclays. This guy's primed to win, and win very soon.
Stricker, always tough this time of year. Arron, what do you think?
I like Vijay Singh because of the ball striking. And this is a golf course where you have to do some ball striking, and you have to drive it extremely straight. You do have some room to drive the ball, but when you're coming into certain pins on that golf course from the rough, you just have no chance to stop it on those greens that can get extremely firm. I don't know exactly what the weather's going to be like, but if it's firm and fast and the greens are tough, I like Vijay. He's playing well. He's shown good form in the last couple of weeks at the Wyndham and Barclays. If he can get whatever concoction of a putting method to work, he seems to get them all to work when he needs to. As long as he's healthy, I like Vijay.
I like the pick from Oberholser. Vijay 4th and 3rd the last 2 weeks, and the putter always temperamental, cooperating. 2nd in the field at the Barclays last week in putts per round.
Can I remind the Russian judge that this is 2011 and not 2004?
The big man at 48, he feels good, Jeff, and he has looked very good the last couple weeks. Let's give Arron topic number 2 and the first swing at the third topic. Let's look at the top 10 in the point standings with Dustin Johnson at the top. Is he now the man to beat, Jeff, in these playoffs for the FedExCup, or is there somebody else in the top 10 who could win one of the next 2 playoff events and overtake the top seed?
Well, he might be the guy to beat, but I'm leaning toward Luke Donald, who's 5th in the standings right now. I mean, here's a guy whose body of work this year merits Player of the Year, motivated to win both the FedExCup and the race to Dubai. He has a good chance to do it. Nobody's ever done it. That carrot, I think, will serve him well.
Arron, who's going to be the top seed at the Tour Championship in a few weeks?
I like Vijay. Again, I think we got back-to-back big golf courses coming up, tracks that have been redesigned recently and require high, long, straight ball flight, especially with iron play. The next 2 weeks, the golf courses fit the big hitters. And if anybody's going to overtake Dustin for the number 1 spot, in my opinion, it's going to be Vijay just because of his ball striking prowess.
I think Arron may have gone to the well once too often on Vijay, but I like the passion, what he was bringing with the big Fijian there, but Luke Donald, the number 1 ranked player in the world for a reason, as Jeff pointed out. Let's have topic number 3. Good discussion there, good debate between Jeff Rude and Arron Oberholser, who wins this week's installment of Match Play. Thank you, gentlemen. It was well played.